Arne, this is your first time meeting Stephen, I believe.
I did invite him already a few, not directly, but indirectly. Yeah, we have to come to the training ground, but
I'll be there tomorrow. Yeah.
I'm sure you will be.
To join in or just to watch?
It's going to be a great mood at that training ground tomorrow after that win tonight. It really felt like the result was the most important thing tonight. But what did you like about the performance and the improvements you saw?
No, what I like most was that I think everybody here felt the importance of the game, and I'm talking about my players and I'm talking about the fans. So from start to finish, players showed up, although in the last few games we played in the first 5 minutes we always conceded and they had their chance which hit the post. But I think, like I said, the fans and the players felt that this was the moment today to show that we're still there.
And we were just talking before you arrived about the timing of that first goal. Just how key was that, given the way that the first half went, and how much did that change your team talk at half-time and improve that mood in the dressing room?
Oh, but goals make a lot of difference in football. So I'm not too sure, but maybe in other games we've created more chances than we did today. But it wasn't the first time, by the way, that we created a chance by a high press. And yeah, a mistake from them gave us the lead. And second half, another goal, a clean sheet. Like I said, we were ready for it today, I think. Against the team, by the way, that was in a very, very, very good form. So good result.
How have you been personally these last couple of weeks? I mean, I know you've come out and done media and the press, and of course you've said all the right things, of course. But how have you been?
Not everybody agrees with you.
There's a lot of people who speak a lot of things. We've said that already today before the game. But how have you been? Because this is your first sort of setback at Liverpool.
Yeah, maybe in general as a manager.
Yeah.
The good thing is, as a football player, I had many setbacks. So
didn't we all?
No, but the margins are small in the Premier League. You see it every single game, and again today as well, because now we're on the good side of things, winning 2-0. But it was again a close call, like our other games were as well. And I think what you have to do is address what goes well, address what doesn't go well. And in other games we've sometimes conceded sloppy goals. And today, of course, a big difference between the other games is not conceding a set piece. And all of that is helpful if you want to win a game of football, because every Premier League game is almost at the moment about set pieces. Yeah.
Arne, can I ask you about the midfield three? I thought they were brilliant tonight. And you were criticised in recent weeks of conceding from counter-attacks, but I thought the balance was really good. And it was against a real test against Anana and Kamara. Was you happy with them?
Yeah, because they bring extra players to the midfield as well with their wingers. So no, I think they played a very good game as a team and individually. So it was a good performance. Not only from the midfield, I think I saw some other outstanding performances as well. But this is also what you need if you want to win a game in the Premier League. You need a good balance in set pieces and you need very good performances. Otherwise, other teams have too much quality to hurt you.
Can I just ask you about Gravenberch, the importance of him today, and how does that affect his minutes going into Real Madrid? Obviously, he came back probably man of the match today. I thought he was outstanding again. Does that affect his minutes against Real Madrid?
Depends on how his ankle feels now. It's of course a difference if you've been out with a muscle injury or with an ankle injury. So I think he's able to go again, but we have to see how he comes out of this game. But I think this game also gives a bit of energy on itself to play Real Madrid. But yeah, it's true that that we also have to be smart about the minutes, because we have 19 to 20 players available. Normally, where 3 or 4 are out, that means a lot of minutes needs to go to the same players, and when they go to the national team, they have to play as well. But I think Ryan is able to play Tuesday again, but we have to wait and see.
And Mo Salah, of course, has had his share of criticism this season as well, but scored his 250th goal for Liverpool in all competitions. That's something that should really be celebrated.
No, yeah, Mo again scores, which is not a surprise to anyone, I think. But what I also liked about him, that he was strong every time we played the long ball towards him. He kept the ball. He helped his team out just after he scored the 1-0 defensively as well. So I think this is the Mo he himself wants to see, and let's hope he can bring many more of these performances.
And any special plans for Tuesday? Real Madrid won again tonight, 4-0, top of the league.
Yeah.
You looking forward to it?
Yeah, you're always looking
Xavi
forward
Alonso back
to a Champions League night, but against Real Madrid I think is even more special. That they have a good team and a good squad, that's not a surprise to me, you or anyone. So we have to be very, very, very good again, talking about counter-attacks. keeping them away from goal. So much space in their front two, front three. So much deep runs. So yeah, it's not a challenge, but a challenge to look forward to.
Great challenge, yes.
Arne, thank you. We'll get Stephen down the training ground tomorrow so he can put through his paces.
Went well for you tonight. What potentially was the difference?
I think in possession we were good. I think we found the spare man. Obviously, we found that we obviously saw that they would press with 2 strikers. So our number 6 would be free at times if we play the ball quick enough. And after that, I think we had good runs in behind. I think we had opportunities to score goals, and obviously the defending was, as a team, was good, and that made a difference, I think.
Throughout this period of time, has it been hard for you as a leader to keep the heads up, keep the spirits, or has it always actually been okay behind the scenes and it's just more outside noise?
Well, I can tell you that even in good times, you have to still keep going and don't take your foot off the gas. What I've obviously noticed over the last couple of weeks especially is that there is a lot of noise that obviously you have no control over, and that we have to deal with as a team. And then some of them takes are absolutely ridiculous, but you have to deal with that. It's sort of outside noise that obviously can reach certain players, the group. It's about sticking together, and obviously I think over the last couple of games I've been saying, because obviously I have to do media duties all the time, I've been saying quite a lot of the same things, and maybe people get bored of it. Our fans, got bored of it over the last couple of weeks, but that's the only way. We're not going out there on the pitch to lose games. We're not going out there to be disappointed after games or leave fans disappointed going home. We want to work our socks off and win games, but it's not a guarantee. You play in the Premier League, you play on the highest level, in the biggest league in the world, and it's difficult obviously to stay calm, but you have to if you want to get back to where we want to be, and that's up there, but that's something for a later stage hopefully during the season to look at. Now it's time to keep working, never get too high, never get too low. I mentioned it I think over the last couple of weeks also a couple of times, but it is what it is. We live in a world now that, for footballers in this case, because that's the only thing I can speak about, that everyone can have their opinion on so many platforms and everyone knows it better. And we have to try and stay away from that and focus on the hard work that we've been doing.
That's really interesting.
What did you feel were the improvements in the performance tonight?
I felt they were physical today. I felt like the steel was back, the work rate, the intensity out of possession, and I think all the good stuff come on the back of that. I think Villa were their own victims really, overplaying in the build, too many mistakes there. The tactics weren't wrong from Aston Villa. I thought the manager got the tactics really well, spot on, started the game well. But too many mistakes in the build-up, and Liverpool punished them in the end for it.
When we were watching, Stephen used the word very professional from Liverpool tonight. Maka, do you agree with that?
Yeah, they're back at Anfield, where they are very comfortable. I know they lost the last game, but they could have easily scored 3-4 in that particular game. So to get back here in front of the crowd, big performances by big individuals. I thought Mo was excellent. Szoboszlai yet again was brilliant. Kanate, Van Dijk, they looked a lot more assured, didn't they? And as Stephen said, the work rate was good today. They put in a real shift. They worked hard for each other, and they were quite comfortable. But that's what we expect from them here. We really do. But still, they had to deliver under intense pressure off everybody. And that's what good players do. You respond, don't you? If you have a poor game one week, you run out the next week and you put it right. And a lot of them have done that today.
How important as well was that clean sheet tonight, Joe? Because it's the first one since the 14th of September for them.
Massive. I thought they defended set plays well. I thought the midfield three, it's so important that them three stick together. In the big games, any team you play in the top 6, top 8, it has to be that three in there. They look so much better. The balance was right. Szoboszlai was brilliant again. And the intensity was right. The intensity was there. They was at it. That's the Liverpool team we're used to seeing. Whether it was the Klopp team or Slot's team last year, they always played with that fire and that intensity and that steel, and everything come from that.
That first goal came in added time of that first half. Just how crucial was the timing of that?
Well, look, it was a gift. Just before it, they had the goal ruled out for offside. The great ball from Szoboszlai for Ekitike's header, but they're just guilty of overplaying. And if Liverpool are set up to press you high, go over the press. There's no need to overplay in the first phase at all, and that's not an easy finish, by the way. It falls on his right foot. Yes, it's an open goal, but it's coming at you at speed, it's bobbling, it's on your wrong foot, and that's the 250. It was a gift.
Yeah, and it just changes the whole mood, doesn't it, at half-time? 0-0, Unai Emery's plan is effectively working. 1-0, you thought they're going to be in trouble, and that's exactly how it turns up. It's just moments in games changes how the game flows, and that one was a huge moment, and it's down to the goalkeeper, unfortunately. He's had his good times, but this was one of his bad ones.
Integrating new players, it's easier to integrate them into a winning team. Because everybody said, I was there the first night of the season, almost half the outfield players were new against Bournemouth, which is unusual.
People expect them just to fall into place and for it to work because they're very good players, they're world-class players, they're 80, 90, 100 million pound players. They should be fine. Yes, they should, after a period of time to get to know your teammates, because as a centre-forward, centre-half, I need to know who I'm playing with. I need to know where to pass the ball and who to pass it to, what foot to pass it to. When you've played with Salah and Virgil van Dijk, you said today, where's that diagonal that Virgil does? You know, to Salah, we haven't seen it.
We actually saw it a couple of times.
We've seen it a couple of times today. So that's the comfortable part of your partnerships on the pitch.
And you said they had to score next, manage the game. They did. They got the look of the deflection. You weren't too happy at Ryan Gravenberch being so far up the field at one stage.
Well, it paid off, but I just think so many times recently Liverpool have conceded goals and lost goals by trying to win games rather than protecting a point net, maybe at Chelsea, for example, or even Man U at home. And Gravenberch, at times, he's finding himself, his instinct to get forward into positions he used to get when he played a different role. But yeah, it worked and they got the cushion from it. It's a great little header from Van Dijk. You can see he's more or less in a number 10 position receiving that from McAllister. If it breaks down there, which it did actually 10 minutes later, then they're wide open again. But maybe Arne Slot's happy with them doing that and actually taking the risk when they feel comfortable possessions with them.
I think the header from Virgil van Dijk is so important to keep possession. He doesn't just head it a long way. The run from Gakpo is amazing. The run from Szoboszlai, if you can see the white shirts, they're thinking, where's Gakpo going? Where's Szoboszlai going? There is a slight deflection, they get lucky with it, but he's put himself into a position. And I think Danny mentioned it as well. He can play in a 10, he can play in an 8, he can play in a 6. He can play everywhere. He does everything well and consistently well.
They're better.
The crowd